Hello everyone, welcome to class today. I have a class specifically for the uterus owners. We're just going to start with some seated cat-cows, knees nice and bent. And with every inhale, you're just stretching the front of your body, shining your heart up to the ceiling, and exhaling, scooping your spine towards the back of your mat. Just moving really slowly and restoratively here. That's the point of this whole class, is we'll be moving slowly. This is just a feel-good, restorative flow for any time when you have cramps or bloating or any discomfort related to your cycles. And this is for all people, like I said, this is for all people with uteruses. But it feels good for anybody. So anybody can do this class, really. We're going to come into a little Janu Shirshasana series. So bring your left foot into your groin and extend your right leg out to the side and just fold forward over that leg. You don't need to push yourself very hard here. You don't need to strain yourself. This is just meant to feel good. So go to the edge of your sensation that feels good and then stop there and just rest there. Just relax. And don't forget to take nice and deep breaths in and out through the nose. This is a short, quick flow. Beautiful. Take one more deep breath in and walk your hands back up. And exhale, folding to the right. Getting a little side body stretch here, stretching out our ribs and our hips. And inhale, come up to straight, and we're going to pivot so our shoulders and our hips are facing our foot. Extend it out to the side, inhale the arms overhead, and exhale, fold over that leg. So whereas before we were doing a side bend, stretching the side of our body, now we're folding from our hips, angling our chest towards our knee. But again, don't push yourself here. Go easy. Give yourself a little rest and a little ease in these poses that we go through today. Take a few more deep breaths in. Beautiful. And on your next exhale, press up. We're going to swing that left hand behind you and lift your hips up to the sky, coming into our baby wild thing. Breathe here, really stretch that whole front of the body. This should feel great if you have cramps. And exhale, come back down. And we're just going to switch the legs. So left leg into the groin, right leg out. Toes facing up. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, just walk yourself forward, fold forward over that bent leg. And just breathe. Rest, enjoy the silence or the music. Hopefully this class gives you a little bit of respite from the sometimes frustrating and painful symptoms that can happen throughout the course of a uterus owner's menstrual cycle. Exhale and press yourself back up to a straight spine. We'll do a side body stretch in the other direction. Opening up the other hip, the other ribs. Beautiful. Come back up to center and then turn your hips towards that extended leg. Inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, fold over it, folding from your hips, not from your low back. We're going to be doing a lot in our hips and our pelvic floor, kind of our groin, hips, belly area, just to stretch and ease that area of the body. Beautiful. Gently press yourself up to a straight spine, and then bring that right hand behind you and press yourself up into baby wild thing. Again, stretching that whole front side of the body, opening up your chest to the sky, pressing your hips up, and then exhale, lower back down, and open up both legs. So we're coming into our straddle pose, or our seated wide leg forward fold. And make sure your toes are pointed straight up to the sky. And then exhale, fold forward from your hips. And if you would like, you can put a block underneath your forehead. I love doing this because it makes the pose so much more restorative. I don't have to push as much into my hips. And it's just nice to have something to rest my head on when my body is tired. Just relax in this pose here. My cat Cleo decided she would join us for this class, so anyone who's a cat owner knows they are a balm to the senses when you're in pain. Gently press yourself up to a straight spine. Set your blocks aside if you used them. And we're just going to bring our knees together and come onto all fours into our tabletop pose. So set yourself up like you would in any yoga class. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and inhale and exhale through some cat-cows. Inhaling to shine your heart forward, exhaling to scoop your spine up to the sky. This can feel really nice if you have back pain in your, like around the time of your period. Just kind of loosens up all of the ligaments and tissues in your spine. Remembering to breathe deeply through all parts of this flow. Beautiful. And curl your back toes under and press your bum up to the ceiling into your downward facing dog, and just walk it out here. We're not going to be doing too much in downward dog. We're just going to take a breath here, come forward into up dog, uncurl the toes, really let your front body stretch here, and then flow back to down dog. Inhale, flow forward into your up dog, allowing the front of your body to stretch. Exhale, back into downward dog. Let's do that once more, flowing forward into up dog and back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. And then just walk forward into your forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need. Relax down here. And then slowly heel toe your feet till they're as wide as the mat, and sink your hips down into your malasana, which if there is a pose for cramps on your period, this is one of them. It stretches your hips, your whole pelvic floor, your low back, and your lower abs. And it's very restorative if you put a block underneath your bum as well. Beautiful. Plant your hands back on the mat, press your hips back up into your forward fold, and step back into your downward facing dog. Walk it out. And then bring your right foot up to the sky, and then exhale the right foot outside your right hand. And we're going to come into lizard pose, which is just another great one for stretching the pelvic floor and the hips. You can lower your back knee. You can keep your back knee up if you want, but because the goal of this class is restoration and rest, go ahead and lower that back knee and just relax in your lizard pose here. And take several deep breaths. Curl the back toes under, press back into downward dog, walk it out. We'll do the same thing on the left leg. So inhale and then exhale the left leg to the outside of the left hand, coming into lizard on the other side. And same thing here, you can lower that back knee for this to be a really restorative pose. You can rock side to side if you like. Beautiful. Curl the back toes under, press back into your downward facing dog, and gently walk forward into your forward fold. Heel toe the feet out wide, toes on the floor, heels on the mat, and sink down into your Malasana squat. Really press your elbows into your inner thighs, opening up the knees. Take some deep breaths here. Beautiful. Take one last deep breath in, and exhale, just plop your bum onto the mat, and we'll just windshield wiper the legs side to side. This is just a great little exercise to do to release in your low back, no matter if you've just done a kind of a hip intense yoga posture. Scoot your bum forward. Make sure your blocks are nearby if you would like them, and roll down onto your back. Lift your hips and scooch them to the right a few inches, and then let the knees fall to the left. Arms are cactused by your face. And relax into this very easy twist. Breathe deeply into wherever you feel sensation in the body. Oftentimes just breathing into wherever you feel cramps can help ease them as well. Beautiful. Bring the legs back to center. Lift the hips 3 inches to the right, and then lift the hips 3 inches to the left, and then let the knees fall to the right. You can close your eyes here, just relax. Bring your knees back to center. We're just going to hug our knees into the chest and open up our legs into happy baby pose. So grabbing our feet or the backs of the thighs and pulling the knees into our shoulders. This is another really great one for when you have cramps. It does a similar thing as Malasana. It releases your low back, releases your pelvic floor, and releases your hips. Rock side to side here if you like. And let the legs come down. We're just going to bring the soles of feet together and open up the knees into our Supta Baddha Konasana. And here's where you might want blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can make fists with your hands and tuck them underneath your hips. But if you do have blocks, you can put them underneath your knees in case you need the extra support. Otherwise, this is our Shavasana, so close your eyes and allow yourself to sink into the mat for a little bit of rest. Begin to deepen your breath and very carefully bring your knees together. Hug your knees into the chest. And with care, gently press yourself up into a seated position. Legs crossed in front of you, hands relaxed in your lap. Inhale the arms down, around, and up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. And blink open the eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you liked this, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more yoga coming your way. And until next time, Cleo and I wish you a lovely day. We'll see you again on the mat very soon.